Oh, I'll kill them all. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nordmark. We'll just start with that. That's
By the
fine.
way, Nick, you're a bird.
Yeah, I am. I did that on purpose. This big bird over here is replacing my camera because my eyes are hurting and I can't be having a big bright light right in front of my eyes. So yeah.
Oh, you're Big Bird.
Russell's running the session now, and he's the best at killing D&D characters.
This stream is sponsored by the letter D.
The stream is also sponsored by Nick's birthday. Happy birthday, Nick.
No.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Some celebratory crumpet.
Who wants to give me a recap and gain inspiration?
I've already
kill
got it.
bugs.
All right,
Stonk has inspiration.
I'll do it. I'll do the
Talia
recap. I'll
just
give
did it.
myself inspiration.
Talia said we killed bugs. That counts.
That
Oh,
doesn't.
that was the recap.
You missed like half of the session. You did kill bugs. You killed
we
bugs on
solved
a
a puzzle.
cargo lift descending into the darkness of the mines of Xos-Hivex. And then at the
I'll
bottom,
give a recap if no one else will.
I mean, I'm halfway through now, but fine, go on.
Okay.
We will do it better. We all know this.
It's true.
Okay. So, in the session before last, a character died. Several other characters were sad about this. Then
Yeah,
we got
wasn't.
into a lift, and as slow-moving cargo lifts are wont to do, a large swarm of bugs showed up, which were handily defeated. Then the next swarm showed up, and were handily defeated. Then the boss showed up, and guess what? It was handily defeated, except not handily because it was defeated by a net and a ball at terminal velocity. Can we all have a round of applause for Talia?
Yay!
Thank you very much. Now, upon getting to the bottom of the lift shaft, a bit slower than our... Perfect. A bit slower than our would-be traveling companion, we found a load of rocks on the ground, expensive rocks, and a puzzle intended for small children that we, of course, took about an hour to complete. And then we found a room. The room was nicely reinforced, the perfect place to rest, and also contained some shiny armor, some traps, and Tattle accidentally called Aegis Dad, which to be fair is quite common. And she is never going to be able to look anyone in the eye again.
I mean, Aegis is everyone else's dad, to be fair. Like, on the balance of probability, it wasn't a bad idea. you are in the foreman's office. You have had a rest in the foreman's office, and you are free to move on. So outside the foreman's office, you have that interesting puzzle trap with the gems, and there's also this sort of splitting corridor where there were two other doors. I don't think you worked out where they went, but one of them felt hot to the touch. I remember that.
So I mean, Aegis
Said it
has
was like a
obviously.
meat hole.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you did work out one of them was a meat hall. The other one is hot to the touch.
Yeah, I mean, Aegis has been or has some knowledge of mines and forges and stuff. I think we determined before that the hot place is probably a place where they forge the ore into like proper metal to be then shipped out, so it's
That's
not in its
right.
raw form or something.
Yeah.
So, I'd assume that the forge will have an exit where there'll be an exhaust from the forge heat. So, if we want to get out, that's probably the way to go. But I've still got this ring which is supposed to unlock something. So maybe we go into the mead hall first and see what is the deal over there, and if there's anything that this ring can be used for. Because, by golly, we came down here for a purpose and we've had quite an adventure, so we better make the most of it while we're here. Right, everyone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm just not convinced about escaping through a chimney this close to Baboonmas.
I'm sure you'll be fine. So you're heading to the meat hall. Who's opening the door?
I mean, Aegis is feeling leadershipy right now, and he's got some shiny new armor. So,
All right.
yeah, he will lead the way.
Sounds good. Door's not budging.
Fuck's sake. All right. Aegis will put his back into it.
Okay, give me a strength check, please.
Just straight strength. Okay.
Mhm.
That's a 5.
I'm afraid you have no luck. You try and you try and you try and you try, and you cannot get the door to budge. How strange.
Maybe it's not a door. Maybe this is a wall.
God, is it
God,
like
no,
father, like
Aegis.
son?
Step aside, Aegis. Stonk will take care of this. And Stonk puts his back into it.
Maybe Aegis will help Stonk on this.
Okay, I will say that as you're trying the same thing again, I'm going to raise the DC. If you try something else, I'll keep it back to what the original was.
Can I pull out a crowbar and try and help pry it open? Wait, what am I saying? I've
Crowbar
got
is-
thieves' tools.
Oh yeah, you've got thieves' tools. You can try that.
Stonk can try to pry it open with a scimitar.
Wait, does it appear to be locked, or is it just jammed?
Rapier.
I mean, even if it's jammed, I can try and take off the hinges or something.
Aegis, you think it might be jammed? Yeah. So we'll go with Stonk first. You're going to try and wedge it open with your rapier. Did you say?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'll do for that, because you've got a tool, I will lower the DC by 5, and I will say if you fail, you snap your rapier.
I think that's an acceptable
All right.
concept.
Can Aegis help by like trying to push the door into a more? I don't know,
You've already had a go. I'm not going to let you dog pile on, but someone else can help if they would like.
Can I assist with my crowbar then?
Yep, you can assist with the crowbar, so you get advantage, Stonk.
Okay. And what kind of roll is that?
Raw strength.
Raw strength. I'm having to relearn how to use Albert's dice roller, I think. Okay. I think I've got it. So that's Stonk has +2 on strength, so that's just D20 +2, right?
Yep, but with advantage because you got help.
Oh, with advantage. Okay, that's very nice. On guard! Stonk says to the
22. Wait, oh no, that's rolled both and added them together. You rolled 13 plus 5. There is an advantage button that will do it properly for you. But 13 plus 5 is exactly the DC you needed. So you get the door open, and you realize it has actually been barricaded on the other side. So it takes a bit of a push to sort of get enough of a space that you can just shove it through, and then you can get through the other side. And you see that there's furniture piled up against this door. And inside, you can see that the northern wall of this meat hall is collapsed. It's not collapsed as in opening up to something. It is collapsed as in the ceiling has dropped in, and there has been sort of a cave in there. And you can see the skeletons of dwarves. There's 25 skeletons here. They are all wearing armor. They're all wearing bearing swords and axes and that sort of thing. All of them rusted. And yeah, there's a lot of broken furniture around that they've been using to barricade. They were fighting something.
Oh my.
Can I examine the bodies for traces of bug bites?
Absolutely. Give me a nature check, please. Oh, or medicine.
Wisdom nature.
Either's good. It would be intelligence nature or intelligence medicine.
Okay, intelligence. Wait. So, well, I'm proficient in nature, so I'll just go with that. Wait, no.
Okay, so add
Well,
your
it's
proficiency to your
wait.
intelligence modifier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's intelligence either way, so... Nice. That is a 23.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's hard to tell because the bones are really old, right? Initially you're like, could this have just been rats gnawing at the corpses afterwards? But no, you can see in a few of the ones that you examine, you can see that very clear signs of the exact size of cutting mandibles that you saw on the Kruthix. This definitely was done by those bugs.
Guess they ran into the same swarm we did. Maybe a generation or two removed. Well, I imagine they reproduce quite quickly, probably a few dozen generations. But that's besides the point. They got eaten by bugs.
Do they seem like they would have been capable combatants, these dwarfs?
Yeah, they I mean, you're looking at skeletons, so it's a little hard to tell.
But they're well tooled up.
But they're all tooled up, yeah, they're all well armed. That is a default state for dwarves, but they're well armed for dwarves as well. Like this is the good stuff.
Worrying. That's a lot of dwarfs that have died to these things, and we've quite handily fought off all the ones we've come across so far.
And you see that one of them is holding the skeleton is holding this flask that is about 3/4 full of bubbling red liquid.
I go grab it and hold it up.
I mean, it looks like a potion of
just
healing
hold
to
it
you.
up.
Yeah.
Oh,
How long has that been there?
Looks tasty.
don't know, but they should have drunk it a long time ago.
I mean, it's not a full potion of healing. It looks like it has been partially drunk.
Oh wow, that's had a
you
good
will
time.
get the full effects of drinking it if you drink it, but it looks like someone was like halfway through drinking it when they died, basically.
What you're telling me
these
is that it's
corpses
the
look?
second half that works.
Yeah.
Well, no,
You say
it's
it's
more
been
like maybe
backwashed?
they're taking more than 2d4 plus 4 points of damage when they died. I mean, technically in combat in D&D, all the turns happen simultaneously. So if someone takes their turn to take a potion of healing and then they get kill shotted, yeah, they got killed downing a potion of healing.
Or maybe it was poisonous.
Could be.
Can I ritual cast detect poison disease?
Sure. Yeah, go for it. While Tattle's detecting poison and disease, what's everyone else doing? You've got 10 minutes. And I will move the swarm.
Yeah.
That sounds threatening somehow.
It should be, because the swarm was quite near you.
No, the swarm.
What's the threat?
I thought I heard I will move the swan.
No, the swarm. The swan would be even more threatening, though, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It might break her arm.
Okay, you feel a rumbling in the floor and in the walls as the swarm move, and wherever they are close.
I think Aegis is going to check out the collapsed wall and the perimeter of the room and try and figure out how long ago this all occurred and how stable the room is now, and if there's any other routes out of this room currently.
Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't describe the other door in here. There is another door on the eastern wall. Let's say you come from the west. On the eastern wall, there is another door. It is a heavy-set oaken door. There's some runes written in one of the blocks on the side. Those of you who speak Dwarven, which at the very least is Aegis, will recognize storeroom. But yeah, roll me a stone cunning check for the information you want. Meanwhile, what are Stonk and a One-in up to?
12 on the stone cunning.
Okay.
One-in's gonna collect all the weapons up,
Okay.
put them in a pile.
Okay, so you move all the weapons.
See if there's anything
into a
good.
pile.
Maybe someone should check out the storeroom. Might be something useful in there.
You find, while you're collecting all of those up, you find a key.
Cool.
It is brass.
Does it have a label or anything?
No.
Why does no one label their keys?
Presumably because they know what it's used on.
Yes.
I mean, you have already found 2 things with locks, but it's probably not the only things that are locked. So it might not be that. Aegis, for your 12 for the stone cunning on the north wall, you think it's pretty stable now. Like the cave-in is done over there. You get the feeling that cave-in happened because something undermined the wall itself. Perhaps the bugs came through there. You've seen them chew through walls. But you also don't think that's going to stop the bugs from coming through either. But you think the ceiling's not going to collapse in on you or anything like that. Stonk, what are you up to?
I think Stonk is pretty much just looking around the meat hall to see if there's any food left.
Okay. Most of the food is rotten or moldy. It stinks pretty badly, unfortunately. You might have better luck in the stores, but maybe not.
You said most.
True. Tell you what, you find what's something that would be well preserved. You find some. You find something called an iron biscuit. It is a dwarven savory biscuit that basically nothing can live in because it's dry, it's tough. It's a little bit like the biscuits that ship crews would take with them that are like really hard.
Dream.
You bite into it and it almost hurts your teeth, that sort of thing. But you find a couple of those. They are edible. They're not pleasant to eat, but they will last forever, basically.
Yummy tough biscuit. Does it count as rations then, or is that just...
I will let you count that as a day's worth of rations that you find.
1 day's worth? Okay.
Yeah, they're not particularly calorifically dense. They're really the thing you eat as a last resort. Whereas your rations usually are like pouches of nuts and meat and that sort of thing that'll keep you going quite well.
Oh, why don't you check out the storeroom?
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was one. Okay, let's go check it out.
Yeah, the other door says storeroom, and the door is not locked. You're able to open it up, and inside
Stonk can't read Dwarven.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Yeah, very good point.
So until it was told explicitly, you didn't know.
The room in there is freezing, like freezing cold. The rest of the room is, the meat hall is, I mean, it's cold. You're underground, and no one's like lit huge fires that normally dwarves would have underground to keep the place warm. So it's cold, but it's not freezing. Like the moment you step inside the stores, you can see your breath crystallizing in front of your face, and you start shivering. You get the feeling if you stay too long in that room, you're going to get hypothermia essentially. On the plus side, though, it being very cold, and this is something you would know, that food when it's really cold lasts longer. That's why you can often get stuff to last a lot longer in winter in Airedale. And I'll say at this point, Tattle, your ritual ends. So you were casting Detect Poison and Disease. So what's the radius on that? Because is it just you see everything around you? Because there's a lot of like moldy food. So you sense the location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. There's a lot, right? It's like when you put on a black light in a hotel room. So there's a lot of mold, and there's a lot of things like that. Interestingly, that potion you found, that's poisonous.
Nice.
Yeah, potion of poison. Nicely done.
Castle glares ominously at the potion because she's feeling dramatic right now.
For those who are unaware, the potion of poison is a raw D&D item. It looks exactly like a potion of healing.
Sorry, I'll be clearer. That's poison disguised as a potion of healing, which would explain why it was in the hands of a dead person.
Yep. Maybe they didn't want to get eaten alive. So yeah, or maybe they didn't know. Maybe it was an enemy took them out. It's hard to tell. You can make assumptions, but you weren't there.
Assassinate your rival warrior.
It would be a perfect time. Like within all this chaos, no one would ever know, right? So it's quite possible. Or it could be like one other thing you do know is dwarves are not immune, but they're resistant to poison. It could be that they were like, well, this is gonna hurt a bit, this is gonna hurt my stomach, but I should be okay. And they made a mistake, and they're like, but it was a desperate choice. That's quite possible.
Or maybe they were trying to poison the bug that ate them.
That's true. Yeah, they could have been like about to pour that on a sword or something like that. It's really, really hard to tell. All you've got left with are the bones.
No,
You've got basically nothing else.
No, make their corpse poisonous. Whatever ended up eating them.
That's also true, yeah. You don't see any Kriffic remains left here, which is unusual.
I don't see any Kriffic remains here, which is unusual.
So, is anyone else going into the cold room?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on a sec. Just need to check my notes.
Aegis and Stonk already went in there, I believe, to have a look.
Yeah, so it's pitch black in here, but those of you with dark vision can sort of vaguely see you've got stacks and stacks of shelves and things like that in this room, and little gratings on the ground, and those gratings feel really, really cold to you. Like you can feel it seeping through your shoes. So wherever this coldness is coming from, it's under these grates. Otherwise, obviously it's in the dark. Can I get everyone's passive perceptions actually while we're in here? Because then I'll know roughly what you're seeing in the dark.
Question: does anyone have the light spell? Mine's 17, by the way.
17. Okay, so 12 in the dark.
I'm just outside the room, but mine is 15.
15. Okay. So 10 in the dark.
I don't have the light spell, but I do have torches.
Yeah, I was a little worried just because apparently there's something element. I mean, if it's cold, maybe we don't know what it is. So for all we know, it's some sort of volatile gas that's being used as coolant.
Yeah.
That
You
is-
made me
that is-
paranoid, Nick.
It's a very sort of dwarven thing. Dwarves would do that, absolutely.
Here's Nick just blaming dwarves for his machinations.
I mean, I would do that as well, but dwarves would do it too.
Stone's got prestidigitation with which he can light candle, a torch, or a small campfire, I guess.
Okay, what if we leave the room, slowly extend the flame in? Worst case scenario, I can control flames to help deaden it.
Sounds like a smart plan.
Okay. You can try that. So what, are you going to light a torch and then just sort of extend it in?
Well, we'll start with a small candle, just so we've got
Candle, yeah.
an easier, because it will be easier to snuff out if we notice anything catching on fire. Guess
Yeah,
we could just sort of
absolutely.
slide it into the room with a stick or something.
Okay. So you sort of extend it in, and you're looking in at the same time to sort of see what you can see as well, I imagine.
Yep.
And so the light of the candle, it doesn't shed a ton of light, but it sheds a little bit. And as you heading in, you start to see a little bit better the food and the railings, and the grating underneath you. And you can see just under the grate, this sort of fuzziness, and this sort of brown fuzziness.
Okay, I know exactly what this is, but would Tattle.
Roll me a nature check. Because it's not unreasonable that you might know what it is.
Okay, that is a 14.
14. Let me just check something. No, sorry, it is a moderate check for that one. So you're
Hey.
like, don't really know.
May I use my inspiration?
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Personality of character knowledge.
If anything, it makes you more worried though, doesn't it? Like, you're like, oh no.
Okay, so it literally hung just on a second between a 1 and 19, but luckily I got the 19, so that's 23.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, do you want to tell the class?
This is brown mold.
Oh, it absolutely is.
It emanates cold. If any heat gets anywhere near it, it instantly expands and freezes everything around its death. And we're talking like 10th level. Well, we're talking like ridiculous numbers.
How much does it expand, Tattle?
If I were to put this mechanically in numbers I can definitely remember off the top of my head, it would expand.
I can get
Yep.
you the numbers. It would expand. Hang on a sec. Sorry, I was dragging tokens in. It expands. A 5-foot patch of it will expand to cover a 10-foot square area. So a square becomes 4 squares.
Holy.
Yep, it would double in volume.
So you can
That's
see
nice.
the vents on the ground. There, and there.
Is there one in each of them?
Yeah. It's there on purpose. It's a
Yeah.
very good way of refrigerating things, basically.
Perhaps we could make use of these if we are to come into contact with further of these bug beasts.
Yep. Something occurs though. All this food's in here. Why haven't the bugs tried to eat it?
It's a good
Maybe it's
question.
too cold for them.
Oh, is my detect poison slab?
Yes. There's no poison in here. Everything seems fine. The cold has done its job.
An entire room full of perfectly preserved food. Is it all like vegetables or something?
There's vegetables. Yeah, there's no meat in here. I think this is all vegetables. This is like the cold store for the longer things. Although up in the north, you can just sort of make out large vats which are probably full of ale that has been kept cool.
Maybe they're obligate carnivores.
Is there anything useful in here? Tools or equipment or anything like that?
Well, you are in the doorway and you're currently looking with the strength of a candle. So roll me perception, but I'll tell you the DC's 30.
Okay. I've got a question actually.
Sure.
Okay, so they must have been, obviously dwarves have dark vision, but they must have been able to see in here, need to see in here a bit better without accidentally setting off the mold.
Yeah.
So could there be some sort of? Could I check to see if there's some sort of magical lighting system about?
You can check, yeah. Give me a perception check at disadvantage, please.
Okay.
As I can tell you for now, it's not in your candle light's range.
Okay, at disadvantage that is. Let's see. My dice has given me the number 9 to work with, which is a total of 16.
16. Okay, no lighting system in here. You imagine perhaps they use magic. As of course the light spell gives off no heat.
Shame no one has the cantrip light.
What's a cantrip?
A minor magical spell. Also, what happens when you shove over a food storage container? Bard, don't you have the ability? Don't you have the ability to generate light without any heat?
I would if I had the light cantrip.
This is true.
Perhaps one of you could go in there with one of your fiery spells and just light up the place from a position where it's not close to one of these vents.
That's a good point. Are we certain that the only place that mold's present is in the vents?
You're not certain of that at all, but it's too dark to really tell beyond that. Like from what you can see, you can't see it anywhere else.
Okay.
And you have got dark vision, so you're looking pretty well, but obviously you can't see color in the darkness. And your perception is lowered, so if there are small bits of it elsewhere, you're not going to see it. But as far as you can tell, it seems to be just in the drains.
The brown mold getting picked up by the detect poison thing.
No, it's not poisonous.
Okay.
Okay.
You can eat brown mold if you want to die, but
yeah. Well, I suppose it's not chemically going to kill you. It's it's going to freeze you.
Yeah, it'll freeze you to death.
Chilling, really.
I also, what's the range on prestidigitation? Maybe you could go in and then set it off 10 feet from you, so that if it does activate one of the things, it's not going to be immediately where you're standing.
I consider a point of pride just how terrified you are of the big freezer.
Nick, I work retail. I know how terrifying big freezers are.
Fair.
Sometimes they hold Boris Johnson.
Oh my god. There'd be a horrible monster in here.
I mean, Aegis is used to working in the heat. He does not like the cold.
Okay.
Yeah, no one is cold-blooded, so...
could I use... I know this might be a stretch, but could I use control flame to keep the candle flame sort of relatively small while I try and scope out maybe a safer source of light?
You know enough about brown mold that all you got to do is keep it more than 5 feet away from the mold and you'll be fine. So you can have it be a normal candle. You just have to
in the ceiling bit.
You just have to raise it high enough that it's not leaching the heat.
Wait. Oh yeah. Can we see if there are any brackets or anything for a torch?
You can't see any torch brackets. No. Probably reinforcing the idea that you have that perhaps this absolutely was navigated with the light spell or drift globes or something like that.
Okay. Well, I think I have the best chance of survival if I do this, because I can wild shape into a spider and climb over the ceiling and not get stranded. So I guess I'll volunteer to... Can I make my way sort of here-ish? That looks like a raised point.
Yeah, that central bit is a big stone pillar, but there's a raised point all the way around. This wooden bit that surrounds it is it's 10 feet up.
Yeah.
So you can head to that if you want.
Okay, yeah. Can I carefully make my way to this ladder, taking care to avoid the grates just in case, and then get up it and light an actual torch? Actually, no, I think I've got a lantern. That's probably better.
But yeah.
Yep, I'll do that then. Wait, no, I've just got a torch. Never mind.
Okay. Does anyone not have dark vision, by the way? Okay, stop there, please, Tattle.
Okay.
Stonk.
I don't.
Okay, that's going to be interesting then. A 1, and you're not going to be able to target anything in the darkness.
Excellent.
But Tattle, you've got a light source at the moment, so there's light being emitted, but you're using a candle right now, or did you upgrade to the torch in the end?
But I think once I got clear of this vent, I'll have used the candle to light a full torch.
Okay, so
Exactly.
look up the radius of visibility on a torch, because we will need to bear that in mind.
Okay.
And yeah, you start walking through, and it's cold, and for a second you get this strange smell. Your sense of smell is particularly heightened because of your connection to wild shape and nature, and some of that sort of bleeds through occasionally. And yeah, this bitter, almost caustic smell, very chemical smell. And as you round a corner, you feel this burning sensation on your leg as something tightens around it. And you turn and you see around the corner this huge mass of black goo rear up and grab you
Ah, great.
as you face an unusually large black pudding.
Oh no.
We will roll initiative, please.
Well, fiddlesticks.
Shit.
Oh dear.
Black puddings are scary.
Mm.
One of the first monsters I ever threw against Brie actually was a black pudding, although
Yeah,
slightly
wow.
modified.
If you ignore the gnolls.
Yeah, but it was in the heart of that Knoll cave was, the black pudding.
Oh, yeah. But it wasn't in the heart, it was summoned freshly for us. A great steaming turd. Right in front.
Yep,
Great steaming turd.
it was made of poo. That was Rizolka's fault.
It's a great mighty poo.
Just sounds
He
like a
uses
great
up his
mighty
old
poo
tricks,
from
and he's got a 7 on the initiative. So
Okay, what's my Dex modifier?
Oh, we have dogs as well.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, multiple dogs.
Let me put a dog token down there, and you can copy it.
Bob.
Oh, you've got slightly more updated dog tokens. I'll get rid of the one I've got.
Yeah, these are the original ones I made for vintage a while back.
Ah.
There's 3 dogs we got, yeah.
Yeah. Vintage,
Yep.
Bob, and what's yours, Brie?
Luna.
Luna. That was it, of course, because Circle of the Moon.
Yep. Renamed from Bastard. Luna our dogs just go after our own turns, don't they?
Yes, that's right.
I think initiative seems more hidden now.
It is, I mean,
Yeah, because there's extra things we've got now.
Yeah, had to go
They got
in.
layers, they got
Menu.
duplicates. Yeah.
So worth remembering, a 1, and you can't see outside of the circle that Tattle has, unless someone else
No,
lights
right.
a light source.
Yeah, but there's not going to be more than just the big pudding there, surely.
Who knows?
Well,
Nick,
if the
though.
big pudding moves out of the circle, then a 1 in can't target the big pudding.
Yep, and it's probably kind of hard to see in here.
can no one can a vintage smell the pudding?
Yes, but that does still make it disadvantage on attacks. If you can't see something, you can still try to attack it, but you have disadvantage, like as if it's invisible. You also can't target it with spells that say creatures you can see.
Okay.
But you can still try, yeah.
I thought I was
Okay.
hearing black pudding earlier, but it's not
Yeah.
a black pudding.
It is a black pudding, yeah. That's its official name. The big pudding is because it's actually one size larger than average black puddings, because a black pudding would be too weak to fight you all. So I've made it worse.
Black pudding
Oh,
fits the sausage, so that makes sense.
It's also a large bubbling ooze. And this large bubbling ooze is going to go very soon. Okay, to start with, a 1-in, you are surprised. Vintage, you are surprised. Tattle, you are surprised. Luna, you are surprised. Bob, you are surprised. Black Pudding isn't. So it is going to strike Tattle with that pseudopod.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh yeah. Ooh, natural 19.
That hits.
Okay, so you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage
Ouch.
and 18 points of acid damage.
Double ouch. I am bloody right off the bat.
24 in total.
Wait, there's bats in there.
One extra
Yes.
thing. Non-magical armor you're wearing is partly dissolved and takes a permanent and cumulative -1 penalty to the AC it offers. The armor is destroyed if the penalty reduces its AC to 10. So what armor are you wearing?
Leather armor with an AC bonus of 11, which
That's
I'm now
destroyed.
longer wearing.
Yeah, your armor is gone.
Oh,
Black
shit.
puddings is scary. Welcome to the scary end of the monster manual. Let's
How
just
did we
go.
come here?
It is going to. Yeah, I know what it's going to do. It's going to move away. You can make an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Yep. Then again, will it burn away my sword or something?
You don't know. Only one way to find out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make this one for the magic.
Okay.
Yep, I'll let it go for now.
Okay. So a 1-in, you can't target it on your go. Apart from with normal attacks, which you can, but will be at disadvantage because it's in pitch blackness. Stonk, you're surprised. Aegis, you're surprised. A 1-in, back over to you. It is your go. You are no longer surprised.
Excellent. Okay. How aware of where it's moved am I?
I mean, everyone else can see where it is, so they can just point it out to you. That's fine. You know where it is.
Okay. Well, in that case, Owen's gonna move 5, 10, 15. So range on this. 16. Cool, that's pretty good. Owen is going to cast Fairy Fire
Smart.
here.
Smart move. So the question is, Fairy Fire, does that require you to be able to see the target? I don't think so. No,
No,
it's just
a 20-foot cube.
Yeah. Well, that's fine
So
then.
if-
That's
if-
great.
If people are pointing in that direction, that's where I'm going to put a 20-foot cube.
And that will just hit the big pudding. Yeah, so it is outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice.
Blue.
It has to make a dexterity save.
And also it's... Yes, has to make a dex save.
It rolled an unnatural 0.
Well,
So,
Nice.
yeah.
it is surrounded
shedding,
by glowing blue fish.
It is shedding dim light in a 10-foot radius. Very good. So now it is visible.
Excellent.
Now we'll just
And,
make a... I think it needs to be 25. Okay.
Excellent. And then Vintage. What is your movement speed, Vintage? 40 feet. Okay.
There we go.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Oh,
No.
right, Vintage is going in.
No, Vintage isn't actually. Vintage is gonna run up next to a 1-in. There you go. That's what Vintage is gonna do.
Okay. Keeping there for the protect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Tattle,
Oh, yeah.
it's over to you. You've suddenly been stripped of your armor.
Okay, I have two options here. Oh wait, no. Wait, where's Vintage? Okay. Oh. Yeah, if Vintage was nearby, that would have changed things completely. I just thought of something very funny I could do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
There's a grate right here. I'm holding a torch.
Yep.
I'd like to throw my torch from this grate, please.
Okay. You throw your torch on the grate. So what happens when you do that is it bursts out into a 10-foot square area of mold, which I will draw here. So yeah, it's now grown, and then it immediately puts out the torch. So it consumes all that heat and it expands. It deals 22 points of cold damage to the black pudding.
Wow.
Black pudding does not seem phased.
Okay. Presumably that was that took my action to throw the torch.
Yeah, that would be your action on that.
Okay. Yeah, I think as a bonus action, I'm going to reach down to some stones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just some loose cobble on the floor.
Yeah, good thinking.
Push it against the wood. Mutter something. That's me casting magic stone. And I'm going to pull back.
Actually, would there be stones in here?
Wow, that
I
looks
don't think
kind of
there
like
are any. Oh, it does look like in my head it was going to be like tile, but yeah, no, there's probably a few chipped bits of tile. You can do that. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I might regret not wild shaping to get a bigger HP pool, but yep, I guess that's my go.
Okay. Over to Luna.
Yeah, Luna, I think I'm going to have her stay back.
Just in case. Yeah, you don't know what this thing can do yet.
Yep, and, you know, light's not an issue because it's glowing, so yeah. I think that's everything.
Bob's weirdly on the initiative at 16, so I'll just correctly just after Stonk, because they go just after the owner's turn. It's the pudding's go. And the pudding is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Ooh.
Is that black mold? Is that like a gone thing now, or is that a remaining?
That remains. That's permanent.
Okay.
It's going to come in.
Terrain or anything like that?
Oh, you'll find out.
Okay.
It is going to attempt to grapple a 1 in.
Oh shit.
Okay. So that's going to be a contested roll, please. So please roll athletics or acrobatics, whichever is better a 1 in. As these tendrils come in, I roll athletics. I got a 22.
Oh shit.
Yikes. It is beatable,
It is.
Can vintage help?
but not like that.
Not with a 4, no. Vintage can't help with that. The help is an action. It is not a reaction. And you can't protect from a contested check. So you are now grappled. And the big pudding is going to move 5 feet that way, bringing you this way for the rest of its turn. You also take 4 points of acid damage because you're touching the ooze.
Does the pudding take any damage from being near the mold?
It does not appear to take any cold damage at all.
Oh, even that initial 22.
Yeah, it seems to be immune to cold damage.
Yeah, that's why it's living in the freezer.
That's why it loves it. Yeah. So yeah, a 1 is about to have a bad time. What's everyone doing? Stonk?
Yeah, Stonk's gonna have to save the day again. Or at least that's what he tries to think in this situation. Kind of feeling like this might just be a situation that calls for a dissonant whispers to be cast on the big pudding.
Yeah.
Though I don't think it would be able to move all of its movement away, although I'm not sure about that.
Would it drag a 1 in with it if it had force movement?
Yes.
Oh, crap. I was hoping it wouldn't.
Because of the way this is worded, it's not a push or a shove. It's they use their movement to move away. So the grapple would remain. If it was something like Thunder Wave, which pushes people away, that would end the grapple.
Okay, maybe Thunder Wave then, but it's 15 feet cube range.
But yeah, Dissonant Whispers is very specific, which is why it gives you so much extra distance instead.
I guess Stonk could target the Thunder Wave in a way that.
I mean, Stonk can get in there.
Oh yeah, if Stonk is willing to put himself on the front line.
Yeah. It's all right. You're a bard. They're meant to be on the front line.
Yeah. Well, even if it does get pushed back, it's just gonna come back. And even Thunder Wave only pushes 10 feet away, so that's.
I mean, the big thing would be releasing a 1 in if it worked.
I suppose.
Yeah, I have to do a concentration save, don't I?
Oh yes, please make a concentration save because you took damage.
Yes.
What was the number? Sorry, Talia?
Oh no, I was just looking up the rules for that. It's all good.
Yeah. You're
That'll
fine.
do it.
Yep.
Just.
So what's it going to be, Stonk?
I do wonder what happens when a creature which is grappling another creature suddenly reduces in size.
They maintain the grapple unless they're brought down to a size such that they cannot grapple something. So you can't grapple something 2 sizes larger than you, but you would have to bring the big pudding down to tiny for that to take effect.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it, I think. I don't know. I was just hoping that maybe a reduce might help, but yeah.
I mean, it might help in other ways for sure.
Yeah, but not in ways that are immediately going to make a significant difference. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't.
Oh, we need to get a 1 in out of there. You're the best one to help us with this.
If you don't know what to do, I recommend use a cantrip or use a melee weapon attack. Or ranged weapon attack. Use your bread and butter until you see something that is very clearly a good use for your tools, because otherwise, you risk wasting them.
I mean, Thunderwave, I don't think would be a bad idea, but
Right.
Best idea we've got.
Good idea. Yeah. Good idea.
okay. Well, Stonk moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I guess I like putting Stonk in this position, but I guess we have no choice. So Stonk moves over here.
And then a thunder wave that way. Very nice.
Then,
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't hit the winning.
Strength save, right?
Constitution saving throw,
I always think it's strength for some
which
reason, right?
I'm
Constitution.
less confident about a big pudding being bad at, but
I got 16. What's the DC?
the DC is 15. Yeah,
Oh, that's unfortunate. It still takes
Yeah.
half damage though, right?
yeah, it does take half damage, but it doesn't get pushed.
Still, you'll have done some damage to the big pudding, which beats everyone else so far.
So that's half of 2d8. It's 3 damage! Wow!
Hey, better than nothing. You got points on the board now, finally. Anything else, Stonk?
Well, I think Stonk's gonna move kind of back here, hiding between
Yeah.
that
That's
stuff.
a good idea. It'll give you a bit of cover, which is nice.
Yeah, and throw out a bardic inspiration I believe I got those refreshed. No.
We had a long
Yeah,
rest,
you long
so you would
rested.
have.
You got them back.
Oh, I did get them back? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't clear on that. Okay, Bardic Inspiration to a winner then, I guess.
Makes sense. Makes sense, yeah. And over to Bob.
Yeah, and Bob, what's he gonna be able to do? I'm reading Defender again. I'm trying to wrap my head around how it works again. Sidekick can use its reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll of a creature within 5 feet of it, whose target isn't the sidekick.
Yeah, so if someone attacks anyone other than Bob, and Bob is within 5 feet of the monster, the enemy, you can use a reaction to go, hey, roll that at disadvantage. But if it attacks Bob, then I'm afraid that's not a disadvantage. But it's for allies, basically. Aegis has the same thing.
Oh wait, so that's different to Aegis's one, because Aegis's one is he has to be next to the target, not the monster.
Might be they made it slightly different for
Interesting.
For psychics. I'm not 100% sure.
So if Bob
Bob would have to be next to the pudding.
Yeah.
But then if the pudding moved close to you and you had Bob next to you, then he'd probably be in a helpful position.
Yeah. Being next to Stonk would mean you could impose that disadvantage. Almost certainly. Especially with like a huge creature takes up 3 by 3 squares. It's going to be very hard not to be adjacent to it.
Yeah, I thought it might be good to get Bob next to a winning, but
in fact, I should put this thing actually on the squares it's occupying. There we go. That's a bit better. All right. Over to Aegis.
If I use Commander's Strike for a 1-in, a 1-in can do an attack. Would they be able to use their class features with the swarm thingy?
If those class features happen on an attack and don't require a bonus action or anything like that, yeah. And I believe they do, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess Aegis will kind of step in. Like, 1, 2, 3. Probably just making a big group of people here right now. But
seems like it, doesn't it?
I just had an idea. If I might be able to suggest something, if we can get a 1-in ungrappled, maybe it makes sense to run out of this room and towards the forge, since the big pudding doesn't. Well, I assume it doesn't like the heat.
It's a fair assumption.
That's a fair way to go. I think I'm gonna go. Actually, right.
We don't know what. Wait, were we in the forge before?
No.
So the forge was like on the other side of the corridor that we came through. It was like from the forking path. It was the third fork.
Oh yeah, we don't know what's there though. For all we know, there could be like the black
pudding.
the black pudding eater that turns into a raid boss if it eats a black pudding.
The thing that scared the black pudding into staying in the freezer all this time. Okay, so Aegis is gonna just stand in the doorway and just shout to a 1-in. A 1-in, give it hell! And that is him using Commander's Strike. So,
all right, 1-in. You can make an attack.
Remind myself how I think I had a D8. Where are my maneuvers?
Yeah, you add your superiority die to the attack's damage roll.
Okay.
How does attacking while grappled work?
It's no different to attacking while ungrappled. So it doesn't change that.
Well then, I'm gonna stab it with a dagger.
Stab it with a dagger. Okay.
I have a bad feeling about this.
20 hits. So first of all, before your effect, can you take another 4 acid damage?
I sure can.
Your dagger now takes a permanent cumulative -1 penalty to damage rolls.
That's okay, I've got 4 more. carrying
Yeah.
5 daggers. Don't
No,
worry
that's,
about
that's
it.
fine. That's a good. You chose the right weapon to use here. Like, yeah. But just note that down that you have 1 dagger
Is that
that's now a
effective
-1.
immediately, or does it do normal damage per turn?
It will be immediately.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. After dealing damage. So after dealing damage. So you get to deal the full damage this time.
Okay.
Okay, so you get an extra D8 on the damage as well. Do I roll it or
Okay,
do I
so
one?
I do. So I need to roll 1d4.
Yep.
What's that? Yeah.
Plus 1d8.
Yeah, plus 1d8 plus the fish are going to. No, you know what? If I get forcibly moved, does that remove me from the grapple?
Yes. Provided you get
Sweet,
forcibly
okay.
moved outside of the pudding's reach. Same happens
What's
if you
the pudding's
forcibly
reach?
move the pudding.
What's the pudding's range?
Most creatures have a 5-foot reach.
That's ominous.
It is huge.
You haven't seen it attack anyone outside of 5 feet, I will say that.
That is true. Plus 4. So we do 7 damage.
Nice. 7 points of
All
damage.
piercing.
All piercing? Piercing with a knife?
Yeah. Yeah, dagger says piercing.
Huh. Makes sense.
Especially because you throw it, so it.
Yeah,
Jabby.
good point. Yeah. That's good damage. And you push yourself, do you?
Good.
Or do you push the pudding?
Yeah, I'm gonna move myself 5 feet.
Okay.
Is it a strength save on the pudding, or does it just happen?
It is.
Just
Yeah, save.
okay. Let me roll it then. It's not terrible
Oh
at
no,
strength saves.
for me to move it's nothing. But if
Oh,
I'm just moving
I
the pudding,
see.
it's-
Okay. Got you. All right. Yeah, you're out of the grapple. You're good. Please roll for concentration because you did take more acid damage.
Yes. Which is plus 2. Yes.
And then we'll be back to Aegis for the rest of Aegis's go.
I'll also do it.
Can you... Oh, it's a 9. I can't read. I was going to say. Aegis, rest of your turn.
I mean, that uses my attack and my bonus action, and I am not moving so that I'm not going in too deep and getting in people's way. So I shall stay where I am.
We go round to a 1 in.
Excellent. Well, I'm no longer next to it. So I am going to... Yeah, all of these things. Concentration. Anyway, I'm going to move back this direction a bit and shoot an arrow at it.
That makes sense.
2 plus 8.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but shouldn't that be at advantage? Because of fairy fire.
Ah, you're right. So should the dagger have been?
That's true.
I'll just re-roll it. Yeah, the other one's better. And
Okay, yeah, it is.
okay.
Roll damage. Just so you know, for purposes of ammo tracking, I forget if we track ammo, but if we do, you won't get
We
that
do.
arrow back.
That's
So-
fine. If it was going to be -1, I was going to ditch it anyway.
Instead of getting half ammo back, you get none ammo back at the end of this encounter, basically. Just
Sure.
fully dissolves.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, plus 4 plus... No, I'm not going to add extra fish damage. 10 damage.
Good damage. Just doubled the amount of damage it had taken so far. It's a good turn.
And I would like a strength save, please.
Okay. 7.
Nope. 15 feet, so 5, 10, 15.
Very nice. You might have just saved Stonk.
And Vintage's turn. Vintage is going to move there. Okay.
Okay.
And embark in the direction of the pudding.
Of course. Tattle, over to you.
Okay, so the first thing Tattle's going to do is she's going to turn to our Aegis and say, Aegis, given what just happened to a one in Stagger, maybe you shouldn't risk your weapons. And she offers him her magic stones.
Smart.
Good thinking, Tattle.
Okay. And with that, she's going to look at the giant black pudding, start chanting in Druidic. No one's allowed to listen to my words. They are patented by the Druid Circle. Sorry, copyrighted by the Druid Circle. They're also a registered trademark. And they are a trade secret, so if you divulge them to anyone, you could be sued. And druids tend to sue with wolves waking up, leaning over you, so...
It does make sense that Disney would be a druid. Or with all that mouse stuff.
Yeah, we're through the looking glass, people. Okay,
So, what are you doing?
I am casting Moonbeam.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, like I pull a few seeds out of my pocket and just squeeze them into my hand. Although I wouldn't need to do that anyway because I can just use my stick for it. But yep, you know, a beam of moonlight is going to start zapping it. So that's going to be 2d. Wait, what's it say? It's going to need a save, which is. Oh, yep, Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution save?
Yep,
That's
you're trying
10.
to beat a... Yep, that does not beat my 15, so this is going to
Nice.
be 2d10 delicious radiant damage.
Ooh, there we go.
Where's my
Nice.
d10s? There they are. That's 12 radiant damage.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yep, and for my question, how high is the ceiling?
In here, it is 20 feet high.
Cool. I'm just going to wild shape into a giant spider and climb onto the ceiling to get out of everyone's way.
Okay. Go to Luna.
Okay. I think Luna's going to stand here to assist Aegis or a one in if they need it.
Mm-hmm. It's pudding time. 5,
Yep.
10,
Do, do, do,
15,
do.
20.
Pudding time.
Stonk, the pudding is going to attempt to pseudopod you.
Ooh.
Okay. Unnatural 20 to hit.
Can Bob take on that? Oh, it's too late.
You got to declare it beforehand if Bob
Yeah.
is doing a defend.
Oh.
It is
Yeah,
not a
I
reaction
didn't
thing,
mean-
otherwise
I
it's
didn't mean-
significantly more powerful that way.
I didn't mean to declare that Bob
Okay.
would use a defender to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. Yeah.
So you're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning and 18 acid. 24 in total.
Well,
What armor is Stonk wearing?
Oh no.
studded leather.
Studded leather, that's a AC 12, I think. Yeah, so that's now an AC of 11. So your AC is reduced by 1. That is permanent.
Well,
If that happens again, you lose the armor. That is the pudding's go, though. It's done a big hit. It's looking at Tattle on the ceiling. It's like, that sounds like a good idea. It might join you up there in a bit. Stonk, your go.
No, it's not. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. Sorry. No.
can Stonk move away from the big pudding without?
If you leave its reach, you'll take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. That's what I assumed.
Silly question. Whereabouts was the black pudding when I moonbeamed it?
It was there.
Okay.
Center.
Yeah, I'll leave this moonbeam here then.
I mean, I think I have a really good idea for what to do with Stonk against the black pudding, but ideally Stonk would not be standing where he's currently standing while doing it.
The forced movement things were probably a good idea.
I don't
Well,
know.
that's-
No, let Summer go with
So
her choice.
the idea I just had, well, a little bit ago, too long ago, after my last turn, was to use the Pipes of Haunting to try to put Frightened status on it.
That's a cool idea. I mean, frightened is great.
Because then it wouldn't be able to move closer to Stonk. And if Stonk is between the Big Pudding and everyone else, then Big Pudding wouldn't be able to move towards anyone directly. And also would give disadvantage. But yeah, I mean, Stonk's standing too close to do that right now, obviously. It's not going to help Stonk. But
I mean, frightened doesn't just stop them moving closer. They also have disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls while they can see Stonk.
Alright, so that would affect the opportunity attack as well if you tried to move away.
Yeah, grapple checks, everything.
okay. Then I guess it makes sense for Stonk to use the Pipes of Haunting.
Sounds great. Okay, so I make a wisdom save, I believe.
Yep.
I'm not good at wisdom, I'll tell you that. That's a 4.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna.
So it is now. Okay. Use the Pipes of Haunting. Yeah, this mournful
Some kind of
wail
haunting.
echoes out and it ripples over the Black Pudding, who curls back for a second but then rears over you as if it is not in fact frightened.
Uh-oh. Is it also
Immune to fright.
immune to this? Oh god. Well, that's a problem.
It's fine. You're a tank. You'll be fine.
Oh, it's totally fine. Stonk only has 9 HP left. It's so fine.
How have you got 9 HP? You've just long rested. Oh
just
wait.
don't-
Stonk only has 33 HP and you did 24 in one hit.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, that was my bad.
It's alright,
Forgot
Tattle
about
just
that.
picked up a potion.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Anything else, Stonk? You've obviously got your bonus action and movement.
I mean, Stonk can move away, but attack of opportunity.
Yep.
But there's not really a better alternative.
You can have Bob defend you on the attack of opportunity at least. And,
Oh, now you'll allow it.
well, if you declare it beforehand.
Well, I didn't even know what you meant with Suda something earlier. I
Oh, a
was thinking
pseudopod?
Pseudopod, which is a
It's like when a
Tentacle.
blob makes itself into a not blob. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a
it's-
blob tentacle.
Yeah, it's hitting you with a little ooze tentacle. It's pseudopod.
Hmm.
Like,
It's just making a little bit of itself a hand.
Yeah. And then slapping you with it.
Okay, so Stonk is going to try to move away while Bob is going to defend
Okay,
him.
I will roll with disadvantage. Ooh, that's good because one of those was a natural 20. That is a 17 to hit,
Oh no.
but it's not a natural 20.
Um,
But it's not a natural 20.
that's
But it still hits.
It does.
17 still hits.
24
Stonk's
points
dead,
of damage.
folks. Stonk's dead.
You're not dead. You're unconscious.
Yeah.
There's a
I don't know.
difference.
In this situation, feels like Stonk's dead.
No, you're unconscious. You can be brought back with just 1 hit point of healing. You're fine. There's a druid on the team. They're good at that.
question. What class is Bob?
Oh, also you're naked. Bard. Oh, Bob is
No,
Bob's a defender, I think.
Okay.
Warrior sidekick.
Oh yeah, warrior psychic. Yeah, that's a defend is a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we just used it. I rolled at disadvantage. Yeah. So that's Stonk done. Bob. Oh, with Stonk down. No, I'll let you control Bob. That's fine. Because Bob's a sidekick, not a pet.
Yeah.
Can we order Bob around? Can we like shout at Bob, get Stonk out of there?
Summer can
Yeah.
order Bob around. It's fine. Summer, you're playing
Yeah.
Bob?
I assume so.
We'll go for it.
I mean,
Get Stonk out of there.
I guess Bob is going to grapple Stonk to move him away? Question
Sure.
mark?
You don't need to make a check to do that because Bob will be, well, I mean, Stonk's unconscious. There's no, even if Stonk was unwilling, there's nothing, there's nothing he can do about it. So yeah, you can do that.
And how far can...
So half your movement speed is how far you can move. And you happen to know the Black Pudding has just used its attack of opportunity, so it can't do it again.
Huzzah.
Yeah. So we go to Aegis.
I guess can Stonk be moved into this spot?
Yeah,
Or
you can
does
go
it-
around the corner. That's fine. Gives you a bit of cover.
How does the magic stone attack work exactly?
Ranged attack with
basically-
Tattle's spell attack modifier.
Yeah, basically you roll as normal, but you're using my spell attack modifiers.
Interesting. I'm tempted to again try the commander strike with a 1 in to move the Black Pudding. What happens if we move it back into the moon thing?
It would be entering it on someone else's turn, so that would deal the damage.
Okay, yeah. A 1 in, take the shot.
Okie dokie. Plus, what is that number gonna be? Add advantage.
That hits.
Because the 12 one. Hey!
Hooray for low
I'm
AC.
gonna give you some extra information because I feel like I don't think any of you can miss. Unless you roll a natural 1, its AC is 7.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so one and can't miss with the bow. Okay.
Yeah, unless you roll a 1, which is always an automatic miss. I think you should be fine. Yeah.
And I add another d8, was it?
Yep.
Excellent.
Ace.
15 points of
Yeah,
piercing. That's
15.
good.
Plus, I will need a strength save.
Yep. Strength
DC
save.
13.
8.
Nope.
It's actually good at strength saves, just apparently not really.
I think that was 15.
Okay. Would you like
Yep.
me to roll that damage, or shall I 1 in?
You go for it, Tattle, because you've got the rules in front of you.
Okay. Okay. 2d. Oh wait, yep. I'll need a Constitution save, please. DC
Okay.
15.
15 exactly.
Okay, that passes. So I'm going to halve this. Jerk. With the dice, rolling opportunistically. Okay, that is 2 3s for a 6, which is then half to 3 points of radiant damage.
3 points of radiant damage. Very nice.
Little sizzle.
Sizzle, sizzle. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're getting that. I mean, you've dealt 50 points of damage to it so far. It's not bad. Anything else, Aegis?
I'll step into the room.
Okay.
So I'm kind of protecting the dogs as well.
Okay. Sounds good. A 1 in. Over to you.
I was gonna take another shot.
Okay. It is still inside the moonbeam, so it won't take the extra moonbeam damage from being moved around in it.
That's okay. But what I am going to do is take. Where was it? Where's this? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'm gonna take a -5 penalty to the attack. I'm gonna do.
Ooh. Okay.
Which
I
makes it
know what you're
only
doing.
3 damage. Plus 3 rather. Because, yes. Do.
Oh, yeah. That'll hit.
How's that? Yep. Which means I now get to roll something absurd.
Big numbers.
D8 plus 4 plus 10, that's 14. Plus, I'm going to add the fish, which are, I have that written down somewhere. They are a D6. Have 22 points of damage, please.
Jesus.
And so fires a giant arrow.
Okay, the black pudding gets riddled with, gets this giant arrow straight to the gut and splashes chunks of this tarry, thick, extremely caustic material. It is now sort of dripping this material behind it. You have bloodied it.
Yeah.
Well done. Anything else?
No, I think that's me. And I think Vintage is gonna get visibly excited at this.
Yeah, tails wagging. Yeah.
Barking.
Oh yeah. Tattle, over to you.
Okay, so it's already over my moonbeam, so no need to move that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what I might, I mean it's worth a shot. Literally, I'm going to try and spray it with spider silk.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the web attack. This is a +5 to hit. I'll just roll that as a formality.
You might roll a 1.
And I might get a natural 1 for my hubris, but nope, that's 13.
You're good. All right. And
Okay, so let's see. That does no damage, but it is now restrained. It can escape with an action with a DC 12 strength check or by destroying the webbing, which has an AC of 10 and 5 HP.
Oh, hold on. I need to check something.
The real question is, does it cast a projectile that will dissolve instantly, or will it have to dissolve its way out the hard way?
Neither. But yeah, it gets enwebbed. It is restrained.
I'm waiting for a bird.
It is restrained.
It is restrained.
Yeah, it's restrained in webbing.
You can't see me narrowing my eyes at you, Nick, but
I'm telling you the truth. It's restrained in webbing. The
okay.
hit. It's restrained.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yep. Tattle is going to sort of hiss at it in a taunting sort of way. And she's going to climb. How much movement do I have as spider? Oh, there we go, 30 feet. So I guess I'm going to use my movement to move 5, 10, 15, 25, 30 over on the ceiling. And I'm just basically trying to draw it away from the rest of the party if it breaks free.
Okay. Luna.
Luna, I guess is going to stay here just in case anyone needs the help action. Actually, no, can Luna head out here and just try and... Would Luna be able to just try and lick Stonk?
Luna can absolutely try to lick Stonk. But as to whether that will do anything, it depends on Luna's abilities.
Right.
Yours
Let's
is
see.
the expert, right?
Yeah, she's the expert. She doesn't have a proficiency in medicine, so...
Doesn't sound like it then, unless she's got something for doing medication or stabilizing. It's unlikely.
She has got sleight of hand.
That would
She could
not
put-
work. She can pickpocket Stonk.
So she can't put pressure. Athletics or acrobatics. You know, she can't put pressure on a wound or something.
No, that would be medicine, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Can't reverse the train a potion.
oh yeah. Could she try pickpocketing a potion Stonk's got on him and administering it?
Administering a potion is going to take hands. I'm sorry, that is not something a dog can do.
Even with sleight of hand.
Even with sleight of hand. Really, it's like sleight of... I tell you
Come
what,
on.
yeah, okay. DC 25 sleight of hand check.
Okay. That would literally take a natural 20, but you never know.
A sleight of
You never
gel.
know. You never know.
If you want to give Stonk climbing abilities or thunder resistance or put him to sleep, those potions go down.
Oh, does Stonk not have a healing potion?
After all this.
That's
Oh,
even
he also
funnier to
still
me
has
because
this-
dogs are
He also still
colorblind.
has the Stonk,
That's 13 then.
that gives light
13.
and
It's a
Stonk
good
on
thing you
it.
failed because, yeah, I mean, Luna would not have known which one was the healing potion.
She assumed that Stonk has a healing potion.
Can
Yeah.
I can take the help action as a bonus action. So if anyone wants to help, could I assist? Could she at least assist on a medicine check to stabilize Stonk? Or
You can lend assistance for a stabilization check, yeah.
okay,
So because yours is an expert, they are specifically there to assist people. And yeah, that's something you can absolutely do. Next time someone tries to do a stabilization check on Stonk, that will be at an advantage because Luna's helping.
okay, yep, that's Luna's turn then.
All right, it's the pudding's go. I'm afraid the webbing immediately melts. Hi.
I will need a Constitution check.
Of course, the moonbeam. Oh, that's a 21.
Okay,
So I'll do 5.
guess we're halving again.
15. 20.
That's 11 halved to a 5 points of radiant
Okay.
damage.
5 points of radiant damage. The big pudding. Do I strike Vintage or Aegis? Neither is attacked, so I'm going to roll a d4 to determine who I strike. That's Aegis.
Vintage protect.
Okay,
Disadvantage.
Vintage is going to protect, so it's going to be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that's going to hit. That's going to be an 11 against Aegis.
Not hit.
No.
Not even close.
Would have been a 23, so that protection really did
Wow,
save you.
that would have hit.
That's the pudding's go. We go to Stonk. Stonk, can I have a death saving throw, please? You don't have advantage on this.
Yeah.
Help can't help with saves, unfortunately. 1 success. So
You're advantage for being Stonk.
you're feeling this life. You're feeling your life sort of ebb away, and you're sort of drifting in and out of consciousness right now. You get a really weird smell, like dog breath. You're not 100% sure why. You must think it must be Bob. Surely it's Bob. And you open your eyes, you see Luna there, and that's very confusing for you. This Peristerian shepherd staring down at you, but that's okay. Dogs are nice. But you briefly, in your head, you're transported back to one of your famous concerts. And you're up on stage, you're ready to go, and you open your mouth to sing, and nothing comes out. What's Bob doing?
What is Bob doing? So this big pudding has really low AC, is what I heard.
Really low AC, yeah. AC of 7.
Can Bob attack it from where he is? It's
You'd have to
not
get
quite-
closer, but you could get to this square here, next to Aegis and Vintage, and attack there.
But then he can't defend.
Indeed.
Also, it's made of acid.
Yeah, I think it's probably better to keep Stonk on to keep Bob on the defense. So I think Bob's just gonna stay next to his master and keep watch. That's a big
Good call. Over to Aegis. Aegis is right there. It is leering over you. This huge mass of black bubbling pitch.
I really don't want to be using all my superiority die, but it's the best thing we've got, and there's not a lot that Aegis can do in this sort of space here. So yeah, he's gonna call over to a 1 in. One more time on that, a 1 in.
D20 plus 3 at advantage. Do-do-do-do.
Yep. That'll hit.
Yeah. So it's D8 plus 14 plus another D8. That's terrifying. Let's go. 26 damage, please.
That's good damage. That is good damage.
And a strength check.
Okay. That is a natural 20.
Dang.
Pretty wasteful of a natural 20.
Fly
To be
towards it and
honest.
bounce off it.
I could have crit one of you and killed you instantly.
Right, get another go. Right now, in fact.
Well, it's, yeah, a 1 and over to you.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Owen's going to a move that surprises everyone. Fire another arrow at the pudding.
Just punch it. Yep. Lucky you have
Very glad
advantage,
for that
but yep.
disadvantage. But yeah.
Yeah, you're just
okay.
peppering this thing with arrows. You're like a machine gun at the moment. Thanks to Aegis' tactical inspiration, you are firing at twice the rate you normally would. Don't forget you've got bardic inspiration, by the way, and because Stonk is a Valor Bard, you can add that to, I believe, damage rolls, can't you? Yeah, damage.
Yeah. What dice is that?
D6.
Yeah, Stonk, is your bardic inspiration a D6 at the moment?
I believe so. Let me double check.
I imagine. Yeah, D6 for now. It'll be D8 at 5th level.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, I will add 2d6 because I feel they're going to go along and do extra piercing damage. So that is 20 damage.
20 damage.
There are 2 ones there.
Yeah, with 2 1s, that's great damage. Great damage. Like this overdraw nonsense going on. Okay, anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Vintage.
I'm just going to move here
Okay.
and oh dear. What are we gonna do? HP is not very high, so Vintage is not going to attack.
Okay, sounds good. Tattle.
Vintage is protect.
Okay, first order of business. Tattle is going to move in one of my favourite lines from the sitcom Third Rock from the Sun. This to over here.
Okay. Roll a con save.
There's so many questions about that.
21.
That passes, although I thought it was when it begins its turn. Or if
it's when it begins its turn. Very good point. Very good point. I'll roll that later.
Okay. And you know what? This HP fall is fake and I will lose it later anyway. I'm going to risk it. So I use my bonus action. So I'm going to move 15 feet and I'm going to try. Is it tall enough I can bite it from the roof?
Yes, but we will say it can bite at you from the roof as well.
True. Okay, ang. I believe I still get the advantage, don't I?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Because of the incredible fairy fire.
I need to use that more often.
Yeah. Oddly enough, biting a giant glowing ooze is one of Tattle's is something on Tattle's bucket list. So this is a great moment for her.
Oh wow! I'm really glad for
yummy.
The thing I love about D&D is I can just make up lore and no one can stop me. Okay, that is, I know this is a formality, but 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. 20.
Yeah, that
Unnatural.
passes.
It has pretty good con.
So, no.
Most huge creatures do.
Yeah. Yeah, I expected. But that's still going to be the piercing damage.
Yeah. And it's
Oh, wait,
decent
no.
piercing damage.
It's only half poison damage unless it's immune.
Oh, sweet. Well, pile it on then.
Yeah, okay. I'll start with the melee damage with my trusty D8.
It is neither immune nor resistant to poison damage.
Okay, that's surprising. I don't know. I mean, I assumed it's going to be immune or resistant to acid damage, so I just thought they go hand in hand.
Is it immune
Not in
to
this case.
certain condition?
Nope.
That's 6 points of piercing damage and the D8. 12 half to 6 poison damage.
Very good. Okay. And Luna?
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
do I want to move? It would just give it an attack of you know, yeah, this HP fall, as I said, this HP pool's fake anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Oh,
Luna. Yeah, so Luna can't do anything to help Stonk right now. Really? I guess she'll just stay put and keep him just sort of lie next to him and keep him comfortable.
Aw. Okay, big pudding time. Con save. 17.
Yep, that passes. My DC's 15.
And you're passing all of these.
Yeah.
I still get to roll damage though. Problem is, every time I grab another set of dice, I lose the ones I was using just before. Here we go. That is another 12 half to 6.
12 after 6. One very good moonbeam there. Okay, I've chosen its target randomly because it is a mindless creature. I'm afraid this one's going after Vintage.
Go, protect.
Ooh.
Protect. Okay, Aegis' reaction goes in to protect. Well, removed a natural 20.
Ooh, again.
Unnatural 20.
Ah.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. How much HP has Vintage got? Because if it is less than the average HP from the thing, I will roll it to be sure. I've been doing average HP because it's faster, but if it's less, it's worth rolling
27.
if it's going to drop something to 0. 27, I will roll it.
Uh-oh.
Who else?
Oh, no, I'm rolling the wrong thing. I'm rolling D6s when it should be D8s.
D6 is fine. That's all right.
Yeah, D6 is fine.
Yeah, pretend this is Blades. Don't question it. Every successful attack comes with a consequence, we determine.
I'm afraid that's 30 points of damage.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
That's 2 mini points of damage. Actually, 3 mini points of damage.
Vintage is unconscious. Of course, as a sidekick, Vintage doesn't die instantly. Vintage takes death saves, just like anyone else. And the big pudding is going to move there because it can. Because Tattle's on the ceiling. So now all of you are level 5. Stonk, death saving throw, please. You're back at the concert. The music is playing. You're opening your mouth, but nothing is coming out.
I was trying to make some dying noise for Stonk, but it couldn't. Like he's gurgling. Well, let's hope this one. Well,
That's a failure. So 1 failure, 1 success, inching closer to death. Bob?
No. I mean,
Sorry, I should position this properly. It's there. No, it's there. Otherwise, we'd have to put Moonbeam in a square.
Pat Bob on the head and be like, Bob, pull me back, pull me back.
will Aegis back?
oh yeah, that's true. And force movement doesn't trigger attack of opportunity, so if Aegis was pulled back, he'd be able to help Stonk without risking injury.
That's true.
I'm a bit unclear on this.
Aegis is just asking Bob to drag him. Just kind of like Bob did to Stonk.
Yeah, I was actually thinking I would wanted Bob to drag Stonk further away, but
I mean, Stonk's fine. There's like 5 people before.
Stonk's fine. He's
would
just
get-
dying. So
Yeah,
calm.
like the pudding can't get to Stonk, basically.
Yeah.
Can't it? I don't know about that.
It can't get through Aegis at the moment. If you bring Aegis back, I mean, actually, it can get through all of you. Sorry, I forgot to say, it is amorphous. It can just slide past you.
Yeah, that's
I mean, in that sense, but like there are things that it will attack first before it gets anywhere near Stonk.
Yeah, it's mindless. It's not aiming directly for Stonk. Your best bet is to have Aegis next to you to stop you from rolling a natural 1 on your next turn and dying instantly.
okay. So then I guess Bob will drag Aegis back. Like this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that would-
great.
Can Bob get over here?
With Bob's movement, yeah. You can deposit Aegis there and then keep going.
I mean, I
Yep.
feel like this makes sense, so I'm not entirely sure whether it does. Question mark?
And the
good.
only issue there is that then Bob can't do defend
Doesn't matter.
on
Doesn't matter, Ben. Let's not
Maybe-
overcomplicate things.
Okay, then Bob's gonna stay over here to do defender. I
Okay.
guess. Question mark.
Aegis?
Okay. Aegis will see that Stonk is struggling down there and will try and stabilize him. I have no modifier in wisdom, so this is just a straight roll for a medicine check, right?
Yep, straight roll for medicine's check. 10 to stabilize.
Is Luna still giving the help action?
Yep,
Absolutely.
Cool. Or at least get advantage.
so
on it.
advantage.
Come on. It is an 18.
18. Stonk, you're stable. No more death saves
Yeah.
for you. Okay, anything else, Aegis?
It would be an action to drag anyone, right?
Yeah. And your medicine check was already in action.
Yeah. Aegis will just stand his ground there.
Okay. A 1 and over to you. Vintage has just hit the deck.
Yeah. Yes. Owanin is a little bit torn here. I think Owanin's still gonna try and shoot the ooze.
Okay.
Sooner it's down, the sooner they can help Vintage. So Owanin's gonna shoot the ooze from point blank range.
Okay. You have a feat
Which
where
is
that
fine,
doesn't matter.
because-
As we
No, I
learned
don't.
from.
But
Oh, no.
no, it's long range doesn't
That was it.
doesn't matter.
Sorry. Yeah.
But advantage cancels out disadvantage, so it's a flat roll.
It is a flat roll, and it is still an AC of 7, so.
Yeah. And I'm still gonna take the -5 penalty because
Yeah.
AC of 7.
Hits.
And that'll do it. I do. And that plus 14, and I will need a strength save.
Strength
Bloop.
save.
And
18, I'm
points.
afraid.
Dang.
15
Oh,
points of
15
damage.
points.
Okay, well, strength save wasn't needed. The arrow goes straight into this huge bubbling mass of black liquid that disintegrates and seeps into these drains at your feet, killing the mold beneath your feet. Well done.
I was going to ask if I could moonbeam the mold.
You can try to do that. You're still concentrating. You can still, like, not all of it's dead, just the one in this drain and the one in this drain. You can moonbeam the other mold if you want.
Okay.
You've got enough
What does
turns.
radiant damage do to... Okay. Yep.
Radiant damage kills mold.
cool.
Actually, let me check. No, sorry, each mold is different. I need to remember that. Each mold is different. Brown mold. No, not radiant damage.
Okay.
So it takes it just fine. There is a way
That's
of killing
amazing.
brown mold, but it's not that, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, the Archdruid told me not to try and use Moonbeam to sanitize.
It
Oh,
works
wow.
really well on shapeshifters, though. Sanitizes them.
Yep.
But yes, you are back. Is anyone going to try and pick Stonk up?
Spider
stabilized,
Tattle.
so-
Spider Tattle.
Okay.
Carrying Stonk. Spider Tattle.
Time to
Shivering,
loot
what's the
the
plan?
food.
You can spend 10 minutes looting the
You know
food.
what?
Let's just have a quick look through here and get out of here. I'm done with this place.
Yeah. You know what? I'd hate to be working in something like this.
So if you're doing some looting, can I get a group perception check, please? So I'm assuming you're all sort of working together to grab some stuff. The group check basically allows people who are bad at perception to be helped by people who are good at perception. You just need more successes than failures, basically.
There's a 15 from me.
15's a success.
18.
18's a success. 2 successes already.
Not a success
5,
for
1
some.
failure. That's fine.
Can Luna take the help action to help Stonk?
You can help a 1 in who hasn't gone yet.
Okay.
That make an advantage?
Yep, that's advantage.
Yep.
Success. 3 successes, 1 failure means that overall you succeed. So you all gain the benefits of a success, which means that you can all add 5 days worth of rations to your inventory. But more importantly, while raiding around in here, you find that the black pudding had just digested something at some point that was wearing goggles that have not been destroyed.
Wait, there's a bear in there?
There's
Oh, and Constitution
Interesting.
saving
These
throw
goggles
from
are in
all
8
4 of you,
pieces.
please. And the dogs.
Sorry, what's that?
Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh yeah, I guess it is quite cold in here.
It is quite cold in here.
I'm gonna guess a 4's not gonna pass.
4 does not pass.
I got a 22.
22
One
passes.
for a 1 in.
18 for Stonk.
The DC is 12, so if you get 11 or less, let me know, and do it for the dogs as well.
Yeah.
I can just tell you actually now while you're rolling at what you get. You get 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
damn.
Oh, that's not
Bob
bad.
takes exhaustion.
Yeah. Unless Bob is immune to exhaustion, which is a
Yeah.
condition. Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't think so. Most creatures aren't immune to exhaustion unless... Well, actually, funnily enough, the black pudding, that was. But no, mastiffs are not immune to exhaustion.
It was
you'll
immune
take-
to everything in the life.
You'll take... those of you who fail, you will take 1 point of exhaustion. You now have disadvantage on ability checks.
Oh,
Yippee.
there's anyway.
Does that include attacks?
No. Attacks are at level 3 of exhaustion. And saving throws are level 3 as well. So it's just ability checks. Things like perception, looting, that sort of thing. But you do have those goggles. Those goggles are goggles of the night. They are intricate little brass things that when you put them over your eyes, the smoked glass in them you'd think would make them darker like sunglasses typically, but you can actually see way better and everything is tinted green.
Well,
Okay.
there.
Do they have an extra lens at the top of them?
Of course, these are, you can see that they are Fisher brand goggles of the night from the famous Dwarven craftsman Fisher. So while wearing these dark lenses, you have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, wearing the goggles increases its range by a further 60 feet.
Hell.
Sounds like it would be handy for the person that doesn't have dark vision.
Yep.
No, when
Are they plastic? Are they Fisher Price?
No, they're quite fine. They're brass, they're glass, they're everything that rhymes with ass. That's the Fisher guarantee.
Curious. Yeah. Curiously, they also seem to be constructed from 8 parts.
Yes, there are 8 bits to this goggles. So, what's the plan now? Do you want to search any more? You can search more, gaining more rations and that sort of thing, and risking more exhaustion.
There's clearly nothing much in here. Let's just go.
There's so much food.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
including ourselves.
Okay, you return to the mess hall.
Oh, yes.
or the meat hall even. What would you like to do?
Remind me, is the meat hall secured, or was that a different room?
The meat hall is secured. That's where you found the potion of poison.
Oh,
Well, it's not that
thoroughly
secure.
searched this place?
The place for a rest, that was the foreman's office.
Yeah, maybe we should would a short rest remove exhaustion, remind me?
No.
Okay.
Long rest only for exhaustion. Unless you're a ranger of a certain level. I believe they remove exhaustion on a short rest, but...
Have we thoroughly searched the meat hall?
Well, that might have been a 1D&D thing. You have thoroughly searched the meat hall, yes.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we go back and have a quick sit down in the foreman's office. It's just around the corner.
Yep,
Yeah.
you want to go have a short rest in the foreman's office or a long one?
I mean, one leveling for exhaustion is not that bad.
We'll just have to help each other out a bit more in looking for stuff and whatnot. We'll be fine. I'd rather not spend too much longer in this place. It's not been going great.
Sorry,
for
you
us.
spent another 10 minutes searching. Let me move the horde.
Oh boy.
Wasn't it a swarm?
Yeah, swarm horde. They're the same thing.
Are they?
Are they there?
The floor is vibrating very heavily now. You think you've got approximately 10 minutes before they burst through the floor.
Let's be somewhere else. Oh, sorry. Let's be somewhere else.
Like the foreman's office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's head back.
You go take a short rest in the foreman's office. An hour
I get my
passes.
security dice back, of course.
I'm going to move the swarm somewhere else. Okay.
Wonder if the swarm might be interested in all that food now that there's no black pudding guarding it.
Maybe.
Would I have any insight into that?
Roll me insight, yeah.
Okay, not nature.
You literally said insight.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but like insight's reading a person. It's not. Okay, fine. You're the DM.
Read the room, Bree.
Yeah, I mean, you said the words. 18. That's great. So 18, you think that they were definitely avoiding the stores because in part of the black mold, not the black mold, the brown mold, and in part because of the black pudding. It was the combined concerns there. They can't
Like the
break through the
cold.
wall if there is brown mold in the way because that will kill them. It makes a good defense against the Kruthic, really. If only the dwarves had thought of it.
Is there a way to safely collect the brown mold?
There has to be. I mean, it was put in there on purpose, right?
Yeah. I mean, it lives off heat. If we could get a small sample of it in a jar or something, sufficiently insulated. I mean, what does a
These
brown
things are
mold
following us around.
need to live?
Heat.
I suppose if it was just in my pocket, it could slowly leach off that without exploding or anything.
I was more thinking if we could put it in a jar or something and throw it and then explode it if we get attacked again.
I
but-
did mean keep it in a jar in my pocket, not actually have it in my pocket. I'm not touching that stuff.
Okay, I thought you were smarter than that. Yes.
I appreciate your vote of confidence.
Going in there doing this sort of stuff, it's going to take more time and more time for the horde to find us again. Maybe it would be safer just to try and make a run for it.
I agree. We're not planning to live here. We're planning to leave.
I don't know, some decorations, carpet.
Is everyone ready? Should we head out? Go see the forge.
I'll roll some hit dice first.
I suppose.
An 8 plus 2, 10.
Alright, so no hit dice.
Is HP back?
Oh, yeah, one more. Okay, and 5. I mean, to be fair, either way, I've got my wild shapes back, so that's 2 extra balls of hit points.
Yeah, and I've got my superiority dice back as well. I forgot they come back on a short rest, so that's nice. I've gotten so used to playing Hank where I have to wait for a long rest to get my rages.
I guess it's easier to, it's harder to be angry than it is to be persuasive, you know, to help each other out.
Yeah.
Being tactical.
Why they're superior.
You heard it here first. Aegis believes he's superior to his son.
Of course he is. Be silly. Hank's an idiot. I'm very smart. Aegis is not very smart.
Does Frida know you're saying this about your children?
No, she's not here. She thinks the same as well, though. Like, no, our kids, they all have their own quirks and things. Like, everyone understands their roles in the family. It's fine.
Tattle is looking at Aegis a bit judgingly now.
Look, I make things, Hank breaks them, Frida cooks them, you know.
Yeah. More because, specifically because you said everyone has their role in the family. She has an interesting relationship with her family.
Well, I mean, specifically in the he elements, you know.
She lowers her eyebrow.
Anyway, let's head on. Don't want to give these things any more time to encircle us or whatever. Everyone good?
Yeah.
As good as I'll ever be. Tattle says, stifling a yawn.
Okay.
Sounds looking dejected. I guess.
All
I'm on
right, you're
Stonk.
all...
Fortify.
Where are you going?
For the pie.
Onto the forge.
Yep.
Okay, so you go to the door that feels hot to the touch, and it opens. It's not locked or bolted or barred.
Maybe there was a
Sounds
bit that other place was blocked. Hmm.
Well, I'll take point here unless anyone else happens to be resistant to fire.
Good.
Okay, I'm going to check the door just to... Can I check the door for traps?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Roll me either thieves' tools with intelligence, or wisdom actually could work. Wisdom with thieves' tools, or you can use survival.
Okay, I'll take Thieves' Tools with Wisdom because, well, that's my best stat with my proficiency.
Okay.
Oh, and this is going to be... oh no, I'll have Luna helping me, so this is to offset the disadvantage.
Yep, absolutely.
Because she has sleight of hand. Yep. That is +7, 25.
25. Okay, you check for traps very, very thoroughly, and you find none.
Okay. I'm going to carefully reach for the door and turn the handle and try and open it.
Okay, the door opens, and inside you get this rush of hot air, hot, dry air. But the room, the room is completely dark. There's no... Well, there's a little light. There is a little light shed from another door in the... this would be in the west of the room. That is sort of shedding across. And that direction feels even hotter. You can sort of feel it. You know when you stand next to a fire and you can feel it on your face, you know exactly which direction the heat's coming from. It's coming from that door. But otherwise, it's basically pitch black in here. Obviously, with your dark vision, you can see it a little bit better. This is very clearly some sort of workshop. There's benches, there's tools. Most of them look all right. Most of the tools look all right, not rusty or anything like that. A few are rusty, a few are gone, but most look good. And they're also arrayed in good order, like they've been organized.
Would I still have my torch from the well, would I have been able to retrieve my torch after we dealt with the chiller, or is that still in there?
Not without risking taking damage, as it's currently surrounded by brown mold.
Aegis has torches. He can pass you one if you want.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I've got like 10 torches. I was just being stingy. Okay. I'm going to light a torch and step in.
Okay. You light a torch. The room glows orange. It's quite pleasant. And you step inside. Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I really don't know what I expected.
Actually, no, not your dexterity saving throw. This would be an attack roll. What's your AC?
It's currently 13.
30. Oh, yes, because of the armor rotting away.
Should be close enough for anyone to impose protect?
Would
Can
this
if you want.
have been as I stepped through the door, or?
This is as you got further into the room. It depends if any of you followed closely or if you were waiting to see if Tattle fucking died before going further into the room.
I think Aegis would have been keeping close.
Tattle's wild shaped into a canary and going deeper into the mine. Yeah, if you keep close, yeah, you can use that to impose disadvantage. Okay. That is a 5. A hammer flies past your face, and Aegis, you bring up the shield and clatter it.
Shout, Tattle!
And it clatters to the ground.
Tattle, basically her eyes sort of watch the hammer fly past, and she moves to dodge, but it doesn't quite do it fast enough, so yeah, shield saves me, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Did that come from a
much higher
person,
thing.
or like was that a trap?
You can't see anyone in the room. Do you wanna
Did
make a
I step
perception
on any
check?
sort of mechanism? Yes, please.
At disadvantage?
Can I have lunar assist?
Can Vintage also be maybe?
You can
If
have
you
lunar
can
assist,
move.
yeah. I think there's been enough time in between. I'm sort of like going like, has 6 seconds happened in between? Yeah, I think 6 seconds has happened between. Yeah, Luna can assist.
Okay.
And yeah, Vintage can come in as
That's
well.
going to be
too.
a normal roll. That's 16.
16. Okay. There's definitely no one in this room.
There's definitely no one in this room, which is strange because normally a person tends to throw a hammer. Like, if you were going to build a machine, you just build a crossbow or like a ballista or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Or like at least a crossbow. It's simpler.
No, but
Hello?
hammer throwing's
Are there any
cooler.
hammer throwing ghosts? You make a good argument, Ranger.
Aegis, this one's against you.
Okay.
Is anyone protect?
Are we within 5 feet of the attacker?
Oh yeah, you got to be within 5 feet of the attacker for protection. Yeah, no, you're not. Okay,
don't
this
know
time
where
it
any-
is a hook flying through the air like this, like a sickle. That is an 18 to hit.
Not hit.
Nice. Bounces off your armor. You have no problems whatsoever.
The hell? What's
Fascinating.
that? What is it? Ghost?
Maybe we should step out. Maybe we should step out of the room for a second and reassess.
Who's there?
Vintage is gonna zoom in.
It is
and sniff
possible
around.
that it's possible that this room has been in some way enchanted, so objects within here fly at any intruders.
Yeah,
Hello?
Vintage wants to do a perceive
Okay. Roll me perception, please.
with a smell perception.
Okay. Does Vintage have exhaustion?
No.
Okay,
And
so
Vintage has advantage on
at advantage
smells.
then, yeah, because of keen hearing and smell.
That's us.
Wow. Definitely no people in this room.
Vintage leaves the room.
Can we figure out
Anyone?
where the things were thrown from? Were they thrown from the same place?
They were not thrown from
Would
the same
that-
place.
Can I try rolling a torch across the floor to see if we can illuminate something a bit further, something near where the one of the objects flew from?
Sure. Would that risk putting the torch out? Probably not.
Well,
I think you're good.
Yeah. Okay. I roll the torch towards the source of the hammer then.
Okay, and you see the shadows
Let's
sort
track
of
on
move
our
across
MC.
the walls. And as the shadows move across the walls, I will need This one's going against Luna.
No.
12 to hit.
Oh, that might not. Let me just double check. Luna's AC is 13.
13. A hammer clatters against the ground next to Luna.
Okay, Room, you've made this personal. Can I have a look at the hammer?
Sure, absolutely. What are you looking for?
Okay. Also, question: did obviously there's something flew from that direction? Do I see anything?
No.
Did I see anything from? Okay. I guess just sort of looking over the hammer, seeing if there's anything sort of supernatural about it, or if it's just like a normal hammer. I'm guessing it's like a dwarven hammer of some sort.
Okay, give me religion.
Okay.
Supernatural rolls tend to be religion in 5e.
Okay, is that intelligence, religion?
Yes, intelligence, religion.
Okay, that is 18.
18.
Oh wait, sorry, disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage,
Wait.
of course.
Could Luna help?
No, not been 6
Oh, it
seconds
doesn't
in this
matter anyway.
case.
Okay, doesn't matter. My second dice would have been a dirty 20.
So,
Wait, is this
I'm
how?
just working
Yeah,
on
okay.
So, looking at it, I mean, this is a very nice hammer. It's very well tended to, which is unusual because it's certainly been a long time since the dwarves inhabited this place. It's not magical, so it's not that's preserved it.
This hammer looks maintained, like it's somehow been oiled the entire time it's been down here.
Yeah.
Nick, there were runes in a lot of the other rooms. Are there any runes in this room?
No, not really. Well, there's a couple of bits of old faded parchment with runes on them, but they're sort of along the lines of work safety posters.
Mhm.
Don't be a
Wear your
wazzock.
gloves, damn it.
Wear your gloves, that sort of thing. But Tattle, with that religion check's pretty high. You go back to your idea that there's a ghost in the room, and yeah, you're kind of landing on that. And at the same time, who's in the room then? So we've got Tattle, we've got Aegis. Stonk, where are you?
I think I actually stepped out of the room to
Okay.
look at the hammer.
So you picked up the hammer and left the room.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't see anything, then picked up the hammer and left.
And
Okay,
one of
just
you in the room?
inside.
Oh, and I'm just peeking through the doorway.
Peeking through the doorway? I mean, you're all valid targets. I just want to know where you are. Stonk?
Stonk is also peeking through the doorway because he's very hesitant to enter another dangerous room.
Okay, then I will decide based on a d4. A 1 in. Can you make me a charisma saving throw, please?
That's definitely one of my best stats. Especially to be rolling at disadvantage. By which I mean it's one of my worst stats. Let's go.
Saving throws are not a disadvantage.
Oh, right. Well,
On the other hand, neither of those would pass. So,
yippee.
a 1 in. You are possessed.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Excellent.
The ghost, you are incapacitated. You lose control of your body. The ghost now controls the body, but does not deprive you of awareness. The ghost can't be targeted by any attack, spell, or other effect except ones that turn undead, and it retains its alignment, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, and immunity to being charmed and frightened. It otherwise uses the possessed target statistics, but doesn't gain access to the target's knowledge, class features, or proficiencies. Possession lasts until the body drops to 0 hit points.
Right.
Would we have noticed that would we have noticed that a one has been possessed, or
Not yet. Not yet necessarily. But can I have everyone roll initiative, please?
no?
And include a 1 in.
Include a 1 in. Yeah. I'm just going to put us in like a blank room because I don't actually have a full room for this. Actually, do I have any general maps for this? Because I've got a load of general maps.
1 in
No.
is 23.
No
Oh,
room
damn
maps.
it.
We're gonna put you in the place where you last murdered cows.
I like that. We didn't murder them. We cooperated
murder
with the
the cow.
cows. Yeah.
Wow.
This is base
Wow.
slander.
Yeah, it's base slander.
I didn't. Tattle did not murder any cows.
Let me
Remember killing
draw.
cows.
I have no idea who this Hayes person is.
We draw some room dimensions. We're looking at something like that, and then a corridor like that. There we go. And the doorway I'll just put in brown.
Not that high.
So a one and you were just outside the door. Tattle, you'd left. Let's get Stonk on the map as well.
Stonk's a dog.
Stonk, you were peeking through the door. You got some dogs there. Add yourselves to the initiative and update your initiative scores, which it looks like you've already started doing. That's great. Talia, the way we're going to run this, I'm going to tell you who to attack, and I'm going to tell you what attack, and you're going to make that attack.
Okay. That tracks.
Well, actually, I will probably just give you instructions like attack this person as hard as you can, and then I'll let you interpret that. But because I trust that you would not go easy on them.
Hard as I can is use the bow with the -5.
Well,
Every time.
as hard as you can is the best way you think will work. Like use your features. Oh no, you don't get your features actually.
I don't get my features.
Damn,
Oh, true.
be lucky you don't.
I did say class features, so
That's true. You get weapon features and everything like that. You get your species features as well.
yeah. So do I get my feet? The sharpshooter feet?
Your feet is a class feature because you took your feet instead of an ASI.
Gotcha.
It also
Well, that's
doesn't get
good.
your proficiencies, which does help, but it has its own proficiencies. So it is proficient in bows and like monsters are proficient in all weapons basically. They kind of just get it by default. Okay, is everyone in? A one in, you won initiative. Well done.
Oh no,
Yay!
we're so dead.
Okay, so I don't get spellcasting. I don't get
No.
knowledge or proficiencies. Yeah, I would like you to step backwards and then use your bow on Vintage, please. As hard as you can.
Right. Attack of
It's just
that allows Stonk and Bob attack of opportunity.
It will allow Stonk and Bob and Vintage an attack of opportunity.
How far are you stepping back?
How far am I stepping?
well,
Step back to here, please.
Yeah, just put me there. That works.
Yeah, I figured it'd be easier if I just moved you than describing it.
But are any of us already aware? I don't think so. I mean,
yeah,
no.
I assume not.
Probably
are
not
in
actually.
it.
Yeah,
Surprised, aren't
I'm
we?
going to count you all as surprised for now. Yeah, so no reactions. The first thing you hear is a different voice come out of a one-in's mouth. It is a female dwarven voice, and it says, "Got to remember the Italian accent." Yeah. Mamma mia! What are you all doing in my workshop?
oh my God.
And then
What are
a
you all
one
do-
in
What are
strike
you all doing in my friend?
By Vintage?
at Vintage. Yes, please. -5 to hit and +10 to damage.
It won't be because that's the sharpshooter feat.
Oh, sorry. Yes, so standard attack. Yeah. Good point. Good point.
15, I'm pretty sure it hits, yeah. Yeah, by a lot. Okay, which is D plus 4. I don't like that. I don't like that a lot.
7 points of damage to Vintage.
There we go.
Okay. That's a one in's turn. The rest of you are shocked. And we go back to a one in. Strike at Stonk, please.
Yeah, d20 plus 8. Cross off another arrow.
14. Stonk, what's
14
your
just-
AC?
Being unarmored but carrying a shield, it's 15, so...
Way! So you raise the shield and the arrow from a 1-in crashes into the shield and it goes into the workshop just past Aegis as well. Aegis, you see this arrow go thunk straight past. You're good.
You notice there's no fish attached to it.
Yeah, no fish attached to it. Unusual. Vintage.
She.
Now you control vintage, Talia, and that's fine. Control vintage as normal.
Yeah. Vintage is going to zoom away because what the heck?
Okay, yeah. Tail between legs, hackles raised, not really sure what's happening here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Tattle.
exactly.
Okay, Tattle is going to look up at the clearly possessed 1-in. Is it fair to say, yeah, I probably assume a 1-in's possessed?
Something very weird is happening with a 1-in, and you do think there's a ghost in the room, so that's, I think, a fair assumption.
Did you say
Well,
you don't
that's not a
want
ghost
to
in
go
the
in
room.
your Did you
Down
say you
ghost in
don't
the
be going
shower.
in your workshop?
What are
Shame
you
we can't
doing
give
in my
each other
home?
inspiration.
Huh? What are you doing here? Interlopers, get out of here!
You first, get out of our friend.
This is the resting place of my family.
Well, if you're not going to get out of my friend, I guess I'm just going to have to maybe accidentally walk into your workshop. Here I go. Wee.
Okay.
And as soon as she's past the door threshold, Tattle's going to wild shape into a giant spider, climb the roof, and I'd like to hold my action. I'll try and hit a 1-in question mark with my webbing if she walks through that door.
Okay. A 1-in, your next target will be Luna.
Like heck it will.
Okay, a 1-in, your next target will be Bob.
No!
So that's Tattle and Luna done. Aegis? Everyone's just kind of run into this room.
Yeah, I think-
And a 1 is now speaking with what I must impress upon you is a flawless Italian accent.
I think Aegis is just gonna say to Stonk, get inside the room. Let's just protect ourselves from whatever this thing is until we can figure this out. Old dwarven friend, I'm terribly sorry we're trespassing on your space. We don't want to be here ourselves. We just want to get out.
Is that a persuasion attempt?
Yeah, give me a persuasion. I was just trying to think, is that enough for a persuasion? I think that's enough for a persuasion, especially coming from a dwarf, although will be noted that you did not say that in Dwarven.
Which Owen does speak, by the way, so the accent being flawless is, not that unusual.
You've eaten a lot of pasta.
I mean, presumably the ghost would have seen
It's
that I am
me.
a dwarf.
Offentio.
And
Oh
I did
yes,
address
sees that
it
you're a
when I was in
dwarf,
the
but
room
note
earlier.
that you are not
Yeah.
speaking in Dwarven, because you got to say that shit if you are.
Alright. And
And you know.
I presume it spoke in common when it spoke through a 1-in earlier, right?
Yeah, because it assumes you're all terrible interlopers.
Okay, fair enough. That is a 17.
17. That is not high enough. Was that a
Oh,
disadvantage as well, by the way? Oh,
No,
do
I
you have
don't have
exhaustion?
exhaustion.
Oh,
No.
then you're good then. Yeah, no. Never mind. Not enough though.
Okay.
That's drink and exhaustion. What are you on about?
Dwarves get set in their ways. Dead dwarves get set in their ways even more. Okay, Stonk.
Yes, Stonk also goes in the other room and says to the rest, maybe we could try putting a woman to sleep. Did that come true?
It did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
How's
Tattle doesn't say anything because she's a spider.
okay?
Does Tattle understand common
No.
while being a spider?
Yeah, but she can't speak it because she hasn't got the vocal cords.
Yep.
No response from Aegis then, I suppose.
I mean, Aegis just be like, good idea. How?
Well, there's a draft or a spell. There's options. Or we just conk a wooden out, maybe. That would also work.
I mean, you've seen how hard it is to knock a one in out so far, so I guess we try whatever options we can. Bob, get in here.
I'm just
Okay, so if a one in walks through the door, we'll have her flanked for when the spider webbing goes off.
like this, I guess.
And then can we close the door?
If nothing else, I suppose that would force her to try and unpossess someone and go for someone else.
Absolutely. You done with your turn yet, or?
I mean, Stonk and Bob have moved.
Yeah, I mean, you got actions. So I was just double checking. If you're done, then we go to a one in. A one in. I want you to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Nobody closed the door. So please shoot Bob.
Sure.
I will give Bob half cover, so +2 to AC. That's not going to matter. We were 23.
Which is
A one in doesn't deal that much damage without class features.
I mean, yeah.
5 points of damage to Bob.
I mean, 12 isn't insignificant at the high end of the range.
But the scary bit about the ranger is all the extra dice getting added on, isn't it? Like,
Yes.
a rogue is not very scary if they've not got sneak attack. Vintage.
Gravity would like a word.
Fair point.
Vintage. Going to close the door
Smart doggy.
Okay.
and then keep zooming to the other corner.
Yeah. It is a push from that side, so Vintage can close the door. Okay. Tattle, what's the plan?
Okay. Well, I guess as a giant spider, should make myself bigger, I suppose. I guess I'm gonna try and climb across the ceiling, and I'm actually gonna look around and see if I can see anything that might, be connected to the ghost. Maybe appease it, or
Okay, give me a perception check. That sounds good.
okay. This is going to be a disadvantage, right? Because of the exhaustion.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't have Luna help me on the ceiling.
No, unfortunately.
One day I'll teach my dog to climb.
By the dog.
Okay, that is a curse disadvantage 11.
11. Okay, so you're looking around, and other than this clearly being that dwarf's workshop, you're not getting much, I'm afraid. Luna.
Hey, what's that perception check my action?
Yeah, it would have taken long enough that it would be your
yeah.
action.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, Luna. Can Luna take a look around to see if she can sniff out something maybe supernatural or some
Sure,
such?
yeah.
What does supernatural smell like?
I don't know, ask a dog.
Fan fiction, probably.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, so perception roll. Oh, this isn't a disadvantage, so that is a 19.
Okay. 19. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. So you're sniffing at that door to try and work out what's through there. Sorry, I missed what the cause was because I was sending a private message to Talia asking about a 1-in.
Okay. Basically, I was having her sort of sniff. Actually, it's news to me that there's a door there in the first place, but I was just wanted Luna sort of sniffing about.
Oh yeah, that's
See
the
if, she
bright glowy door to the other room.
Okay.
But yeah, you can sniff about. Luna finds a couple of books, but can't fucking read. But they might be important books.
Yep, I guess Luna's just balking.
Yeah, pointing as well, like doing that dog pointer thing. Because I think German Shepherds point. Yeah, they do.
Yep, they're very pointy dogs.
Yeah.
Like, they're drug sniffing dogs. She's narking.
She is narking.
Yep,
Okay.
that's Luna's turn then.
Over to Aegis.
All right. Good. Aegis. You can't impose like restraint on someone. If you grapple them, it just reduces their movement speed, right?
Yeah, there's a feat to restrain people with grapples, but yeah.
Trying to think of a way that we could help get that draft of sleeping draft or whatever it is into a 1-in. All right, Stonk. If that thing in a 1-in comes through that door, I will grab a 1-in and you try and shove that that sleep potion you've got down its throat, and that is Aegis like preparing to help Stonk in that particular course of events should that occur.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Aegis will also call out, this time in Dwarven, to the ghost, and they God, I can't do an Italian accent. Hey, we just want to pass through your workshop. We mean no harm in the trespassing.
No.
All right, you can repeat the persuasion check. You can have advantage on it.
All right, come on.
Nick doesn't want to be alone and being hunted.
It's only a 14 this time. It's worse.
14's not enough, I'm afraid. That's a shame.
The accent is just it's off. He's out of practice. They talk common at home.
You're a dwarf as well, but I'm afraid dwarves can. It's very easily for you to be coming here and looting the dead. Just because you are a dwarf does not mean you are a better person.
We are trapped. We want to get out.
But yeah, no, persuasion check failed, I'm afraid. Stonk, over to you.
Luna did find some book.
Book?
Yep, Luna found a book, is pointing at it and barking.
She.
I guess Stonk goes over.
I didn't say a pronoun.
Okay.
Oh, I said is. That probably sounded like he's. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
To be fair, I'm kind of sleeping.
Oh, God, mood.
Stonk goes to look at the book that Luna is pointing at, question mark.
Okay. Stonk, what languages do you read? Or speak, even?
Common and Sylvan. I mean, you don't expect Stonk to know Dwarvish, do you? I already said earlier that Stonk doesn't.
I'm afraid you can't read this book then. Unless you have something like comprehend languages, in which case you could cast that.
Nope, Stonk does not.
So you look at it and you're like, it's gibberish. it's all in runes that you don't understand.
Why did you
the same roots on the wall?
Stonk, this is for ages.
Okay, what's Bob doing?
Was that my whole turn? I only moved and looked at something.
That's true, actually. That was a quick glance. You can have an action as well, absolutely. Sorry.
I mean, I feel like my turns have been getting pretty rushed in general, to be honest. I mean, I've been having ideas, but they're just not working out so far.
You got that sleep potion, Stonk?
Yeah, Stonk does. But now Stonk is not near the door. So
Movement does Stonk have?
Well,
30 feet, which he's already used for no reason. Just because Luna was pointing at something and Tattle was like, hey, you should go look at that. Yeah.
you're always free to make your own decisions, Stonk.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's at the moment, but well. Stonk is going to ready the sleep spell.
Okay, that sounds good. And what trigger are you going with for that?
As soon as Stonk sees a Woonin and a Woonin is within 20 feet of Stonk and no one else is within 20 feet of Stonk, because that is the only situation where you can cast the sleep spell when it actually wants to hit someone else with less HP.
Okay,
I mean,
it's creatures
no one
within
else
20 feet
can-
every point you choose within 90 feet. So yeah, okay, that sounds good.
It's going to give Bardic Inspiration to Aegis, I guess? Question
That
mark?
sounds great. Aegis, you've got Bardic Inspiration. A 1 in. You step forward. You kick the door open.
Pop didn't do anything yet. It's moving over.
And you walk in. Stonk, you can now see a 1 in. Are you targeting it?
I mean, I assume Aegis has more HP? Question mark?
If you target in that corner, you'll hit a 1 in and no one else, I will say.
But is that how sleep works? I thought sleep was within a 20 radius of where Stonk is.
No, it's where you choose.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
then
Any
I
point on
was
the battlefield. Within
when I
90
was
feet.
misreading it because this character sheet is not helping me at the moment. Well, okay, then Stonk is going to cast Sleep as a second level spell from that point, so only a Woonin gets
6d8. You'll need to roll then.
it's
I think it's
78.
6. Or is it 7? That's even better. Yeah, roll 7d8. And we'll see if that beats a 1 in's current hit points.
I mean, I have no
More.
idea.
Odin has 37.
23, I'm afraid. A 1 in's still up. That was a good idea. It was a really good idea. I like that. But
And it
I
did
wanted to
have
get a
a
load of
decent
health.
chance of succeeding.
it did have a decent chance. It's just the dice for you. A 1 in, please. Can you shoot? Well, step away from Aegis. So Aegis, if you want to do an attack of opportunity, you can, but a 1 in will have
Aegis
3/4 of
held an
cover because of
action.
the door. Oh,
Aegis
sorry, you held an action?
also to grab a 1 in as soon as they came through the door. So
Okay.
you will,
Yeah,
will attempt to
absolutely.
grapple.
I will roll a 1 in. Can you please roll me an athletics or acrobatics check, whichever is best for you? Aegis, please roll me an athletics check.
Acrobatics.
There's a 16.
16. All right, a 1 in. You got to beat a 16.
Dee. Sorry.
Damn.
So you move away. Aegis, you've used your reaction. You cannot take an attack of opportunity. Please shoot.
I mean, there's a giant spider in the room now.
There is a giant spider in the room, but I'm wondering if Stonk is the better target because the sleep spell is verbal. So there was a shout that happened there. Please shoot at Stonk. Stonk, you have half cover because you're behind a bench. So your AC is 2 higher.
How long is this bench, by the way?
Let me draw one. That'll make it easier.
Okay.
Well, the half cover saves Stonk.
There we go. So you dive down behind the bench.
Excellent.
I'm going to put benches there, and there. That makes it easier. So those will give you half cover if you're on either side of them.
The bench is 0 feet wide.
Yes.
Okay.
Realistically, it's like 2 or 3 feet wide, but you're... I can't be asked to draw a rectangle. You can
No,
certainly
it's
occupy the same
very
space as the
minimalist.
bench. Yeah, they're very, very minimalist. It's nanitically, it's a nano scale wide bench. It's really a knife.
Really decorated like a meadow.
That's your go,
I
one,
take
and you're
every
going
word very
to finish
literally.
your movement getting right up next to a bench. So you've got half cover. We go to vintage. This is going to be the last round before we end the session for tonight.
Vintage is going to run to the. Actually, 5, 10. Yeah, Vintage is just going to run behind this bench and under Tattle. And that's Vintage's go.
Okay. Tattle?
By Tattle.
Okay.
By Tattle.
Yep. Tattle's gonna try and web up a one-in. So that's going to be an attack roll, which I know a one-in's got ridiculous AC, but hey ho.
Oh, no armor.
That's true. I just have to beat Tortle AC.
Yeah.
That's a 9, so that's not going to do it.
And it's not going to do it.
Okay.
Glob of Web just sticks to the back of a woman's shell but does nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Guess Tattle's not got anything else. So Luna is going to, if Stonk's okay with it, take the book.
Of course, Stonk can't do anything with it, as has been established.
Yep. So Luna's going to take the book and hop 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and offer the book to Aegis, who might be able to read it.
Good girl, Luna.
Okay, Aegis, your go.
If you take a quick glance at the book, what does it look like it is?
It is a maintenance log / diary.
Will it be an action to have a quick flick through it?
Yes, unless you can read a book in less than 6 seconds, and prove that to me right now.
Damn it, Aegis, you are such a dum-dum. You definitely couldn't do that. All right.
Wow, Hank doesn't seem so dumb now, does he?
Hank could definitely read a book in less than 6 seconds.
I can barely read.
By read, I mean tear in half.
Okay.
Yeah, you could tear through a
Aegis
book in
will-
6 seconds. Absolutely.
Just eat it. Right. Okay. I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna try to flick through to like maybe the end of the diary section and try and like see what the last kind of entries are.
Okay, so this is the diary of Margaret Ringbreaker, and you can tell that in her final days, she began to obsess over family and lineage. She has seen most of her family die. She's holed up in the workshop, and she's writing out as she slowly starves to death that she is desperate for her family to be remembered and for everything to be preserved. She spent her afterlife preserving the tools here and keeping everything preserved, and only those who bear the sigil of the hall of the Ringbreakers deserves to live in this hall, and she will fight everything that comes across this place. But she can't really do much about the bugs. They keep coming in too great a number and overwhelming her.
Sigil, you say?
Is there a image anywhere in this book that shows what the sigil looks like?
Give me a perception check, please.
Remember your ring.
No, investigation.
Oh, it's a
This
nat
is
20.
definitely investigation. Nat 20? Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you find it. It matches the ring you found.
Okay. Aegis looks at his hand, looks at this page in the book, looks at his hand. Oh. The Ringbreakers, did you say? So yeah, Aegis will reach his hand out from behind the door and try and show it to the to a one-in, I guess.
Okay. So you can move up to a one in if you would like to do that, or you could just like reach
he
your hand
does that
out.
first. He walks up to a run-in. It's like, I'm terribly sorry for your loss and the pain that you have been through, but you can see I bear the sigil of your forebears, and I am
But you
here
are
to
not
put you
my
forth.
family, yes? Did you
I am
steal
not
this
sure.
from one of their bodies?
I'm not sure if your family and your lineage continues, but I am here to honor it for you.
How did you get to that ring?
I came upon it in the forest near Airedale.
Persuasion. Advantage.
Ah, all right. Okay. I will use my inspiration. And I will add a d6 for the Bardic Inspo as well.
Indeed.
And that is a total of 23.
Yes, you've done it. That bardic inspiration was what you needed to bring it over the difficulty.
Thank you, Stonk.
There we go. Yeah, so she
Thanks,
looks at that
today.
ring and a one-in starts crying. And she exits a one-in's body, and a one-in, you feel the tears on your face. Like you've been aware of all of this, all, but you've not been able to act. And you felt that deep sadness as she sees one of the last remnants of her family, all now dead.
Oh, I want to use the shell defense.
One, and you suddenly go into your shell.
Yeah.
And yeah, this ghostly form of the dwarf Mardred Ringbreaker sobs as she sees the ring and wails. We are out of initiative. You have free reign of the workshop. And we're going to end there for tonight.
Can I just do one thing before I forget?
Of course.
Tattle as a spider is going to drop down from the ceiling.
Okay.
The 4 damage is irrelevant because she is now a tiefling again.
Okay. That makes sense. You drop down from the ceiling and you turn back into a tiefling.